guys, welcome back to Matt Greer Music, the channel devoted to synthesizers, music production, and general creativity. Today what I want to do is an updated studio tour. It's been a few years since I've actually done one of these. A lot has changed since then. I've moved, I've gotten rid of gear, I've added gear. I'm still kind of setting up the space, but I've got it to a point now where I think, go ahead and show it off. Really, I'm thinking about a big purge and getting rid of a lot of the things that I have and trying to simplify. So I thought, why not document it while it's at its most ridiculous? So I'm gonna share my OCD and obsession with you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. After this, we're gonna have other videos. I'm gonna start doing reviews of oddball gear. I've got a Yamaha CP10 coming up. I'm gonna do a Drumfire DF500. I'm gonna talk about ways to sequence like junky old Yamaha FM keyboards from the 80s. So look forward to that series, but right now, what I wanna do is just show you around my studio again, now after a few years. So thanks for watching. Okay, so this is the main room. It's just a spare bedroom in my house. But anyway, this is where I do my music. Kind of give you a quick pan of the space here from right to left, and then we'll start talking about the synths. All right, so down here is my trusty mono machine. I feel kind of bad that it's on the floor right now, but I need to find a new place to put it. It's actually like one of my favorite things that I have, but I don't know, I just haven't found a place where it can sit front and center, I guess. There's a little sub mixer, there's this little station over here. Not everything's hooked up yet, obviously, but we've got the Novation circuit on one end of this Juno. On the other end, we've got the Mono Tribe and Juno 106. Above that, we have a Moog Opus 3. It's sort of a brass strings organ type of synth, very funky 70s kind of sound. It's fun. Let's see, go back over here. This is the main mixing and production station right here. I've got my monitors set up there. Those are Presonus Eris 8s. I need to get some more bass traps. They only go about halfway up the wall in this space, so I need to get those filled out. I want to put a cloud above the whole thing as well. Some other sound reducing stuff, but so far it's not bad. As far as synths go, we've got the Analog 4 sitting on top of this little two-tier stand. Below that, its brother, the Rhythm. These two are both fantastic instruments. I've been using them a lot to help me work on this album, and the sound quality has just been fantastic to work with. Then we have their sort of cousin, I guess, the Digitact. I don't know if that's a Dark Trinity or Dark 2.5 or something, I don't know. Anyway, in the rack behind it, we've got an Oberheim Matrix 1000. We've got my Presonus Audiobox 1818 VSL sound card. We are not friends right now. That thing's been pissing me off. Whatever. Anyway, Novation Launch Control XL right here. I use it in my DAW to control faders and stuff. This is sort of like my master production keyboard. It's the Yamaha Reface CP. Yes, it's many keys, but I do kind of love it. The velocity sensitivity is very nice. And for many keys, these actually feel really good. I use it mostly to play that Analog 4 in poly mode, and it does a great job. Just next to it is sort of the antithesis, I guess, of modern production. It's the Korg MS-20. I really, really love this synth. On the music you're hearing right now, actually, it did a lot of the leads, and I don't know, it just has this real haunting, ethereal kind of tone to it that I really, really like. Just below that, we've got the Teenage Engineering OP1. This is usually just something I take with me on the road when I'm traveling for work or whatever. I really do like it. It sounds very good. The sampling stuff is awesome. I don't love this whole tape loop thing that it does. I know it's core to its functionality. I can work with it, but I would rather it had like a multi-track sequencer instead. But whatever, it is what it is. And it does lead to some happy accidents or discoveries. But anyway, I do like it. Let's see, here's my main mixer. Sitting above the synth here, we've got a compressor from Personas. We've got one of our random mini pedals. A few other things in this side of the rack. We've got a Behringer mic preamp, an Alesis 3630, patch bay, and just a power conditioner. All right, moving on to the left side of the room. So this bottom tier, everything on this like wire mesh shelf thing is what I use for live gigs. Well, technically not that, but we'll get back to that. I usually use the Bass Station 2 in my live rig. They're just kind of swapped right now. Anyway, I got tired of wiring things up at gigs and like forgetting to hook up this MIDI cable or that audio cable or whatever. And so I just got everything and strapped it all down to this wire mesh and then pre-wired it all. And now when I show up to gigs, I just lay the whole thing down like one just big slab on this keyboard stand here, and it's good to go. I give the house 2 leads and boom, we're off. But anyway, in here we have the Electribe 2, which I use all the time. This Mackie mixer. I've got this MPX8 sample trigger thing. I've got an Audio Thingies Micro Monster. That is a lot of synth for the money, by the way. It sounds really good. It does 8-voice polyphony really nicely. It's very warm. It's digital, but it is a very good virtual analog synth, especially for the cost. Next to it, we've got an Anushri. This is by Mutable Instruments. This was sold as a kit. I did not build this. That is a good thing because I suck at that kind of DIY stuff, but it's really cool. It has a very unique voice. When I perform shows, the synth nerds in the audience usually ask me, what was that part? And it's usually this because it kind of sticks out. Other things in the rig, we've got an Ira VT3, which I use for vocal effects on a couple of the songs. And there's a pedal there. That's a MIDI pedal, so it syncs to the tempo of everything from here. And then I got a Hall of Fame back there and a RNC compressor. Above that, this is kind of my analog mono synth type station. We have this Micro Moog, which was a family heirloom. It belonged to my wife's uncle, and now I very happily am the custodian of it. Just above it is its sort of more modern cousin, the Sub Fatty. And to the right we have the Bass Station 2, which I really am a huge fan of the Bass Station 2. I think it offers a lot. And then we have a ARP Odyssey or CARP Odyssey. This is the one that Korg redid. This is the smaller one. This has the slim keys. It's not the full size, which actually I'm totally fine with because the full size is a beast. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of like my analog mono synths. And down here I've got all my pedals just kind of stashed for right now. I need a pedal board, I need some routing, I need to like figure out how to make more use of this, but that's where they live. Okay, and then we have this sort of corner here, which is just rando oddball things. In the middle, acting as a piece of furniture, is my Magnus chord organ. It is what it is. These things are more or less like an accordion in a box. There's this motorized fan that pushes air through reeds, and when you press a key, it opens that reed and the sound comes through. Now, one of them is broken, so it just drones endlessly. Let's turn it on for a second. And there it goes. Here's the chords. need to fix that stuck key, but that's kind of what it is. Let's see, above that is a Novation Synth 25. It's alright, it's just a digital synth. We have a Yamaha CB10, which I just rescued this. I got it for free actually. This is sort of like using synthesis to do a wannabe like electromechanical keyboard sound. So it's like kind of in the neighborhood of like a Rhodes or Wurlitzer or something, but it's really not. It doesn't have velocity. There's a lot of things about it that are not great, but the basic general tone of it's very warm and friendly, and I kind of like it. It's got a tremolo on it, which is about it for sound shaping. It's got the sustain thing built in. It does have this graphic EQ, which is unique. But yeah, I'm gonna do a review video of that keyboard soon, and I don't know. I'll show you what it sounds like. I've tried to look for sound examples on YouTube, and they're all horrible. So I want to find something that kind of shows it off a little bit better. We got a Korg micro sampler there. That is what it is. We got a Yamaha CS1X. Now this keyboard, this Yamaha CS1X, I got this for free as well. Actually, the person I got it from was sure that it didn't work and that it was broken. And when I got it, it was missing knobs. It was all dirty. Had no power supply. Well, I found a power supply for it and plugged it up, and it fired right on. So there's actually nothing wrong with it. It just needed some love. Next to it, I have a Reface CS. I'm probably gonna sell that. Not because I don't like it. I don't use it very much. I think it was a mistake of Yamaha to not add some kind of patch save ability on this keyboard. It would have been, I would have used it live a lot if it had that. And then I've got a Yamaha PSS 480. I got this recently. I was pretty excited when I got it. Not because it's really all that great, but that was actually the first keyboard I ever got when I was a kid. My parents bought it for me for Christmas, and I just love it. But I'm gonna try to explore on another video what we could do with it, because it does have MIDI in and out, and it will actually respond to like a sequencer with like other CC controls and stuff. So it is like a 3-op FM synth. So theoretically we could probably find some cool stuff, at least some like twangy bass patches or, you know, bitey kind of metallic sounds. There's my Elektron machine drum, which is just in a box right now, which again I feel kind of bad about, but I need to get another 2-tier stand so I can mate it with its brother over there, the Mono Machine. This is sort of like the realm of like mini toy synths. And over here we've got some pocket operators. We've got this little handmade 5-oscillator drone synth. We've got a Volca Keys, Me Blip, Gakin. These kits right here, I haven't built mine obviously, but you can buy these at Target for 20 bucks. I mean, why not, right? We got a Monotron delay, a Korg Chaos Pad Mini. I love this thing. It is like a secret weapon of like sound destroying. Like, it just adds so many interesting textures to sounds you run through it. Little Bits kit. We've got a Casio VL1 back there, an IRA TB3. Here's a bird's nest of cables. Look, if you have a studio and you do not own a bird's nest like this, I'm not sure we can be friends. By this stage of life, you should have a useless box of cables that you lug around to every house that you live in, and you don't know if you need it or not, but you bring it anyway. So, life goals. Other stuff up here, I've got a Kai Tomcat. Woo-wee. I've got a Drumfire DF500, which is like a rudimentary like synth drum brain. We'll get into that. Let's see, I've got a Oberheim DX sitting in here. I got a Volca sample in the box. I got a Boss DR3. Let's see, here's a Zoom R8 portable recorder thingamajiggy. Some extra guitars and stuff down here. I keep all the boxes for my gear. It's easier to transport when you move, and it's easier to sell if you still have them. There are some things that are in the box though. This boutique VP03, that's in there. I wanted the vocoder for this project I was working on, but I really haven't gotten anywhere with that. And then in here is a boutique A01, which is a cool kind of do everything gadget. Alright, that's pretty much it. That's my synth cave, studio, whatever you want to call it. If you have any questions about any of these pieces, or you would like me to review them or do demos or something, let me know. Let me know in the comments, and as always, thanks for checking it out. Last thing, guys, if you've enjoyed the music on this video, I encourage you to check out this EP. I released this in June. This is mostly live analog recordings that have been sort of massaged, and I tried to make sound as good as possible without getting too clean or perfect. But anyway, it's been released to cassette. I got a label here in Nashville that does cassettes. They're called Banana Tapes. They've been awesome to work with. We did a limited run, and they're almost gone, but if you'd like to get one, I'll put a link in the description that you can grab one before they're all toast. Anyway, thanks again. Please subscribe, please like, please comment. Tell me what you'd like to see next. If there's anything in here you want me to do a deeper dive on, I'm happy to do that. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.